What's going on, guys? Brett Iwanowitz here, owner of Brett and Ben Buys Houses. Now, if you've been following me on social media, you know that we're putting together a series of how we can put more money back into the pockets of homeowners. Now, this video is geared towards motivated sellers, but anyone looking to sell their property is going to want to watch this video because we're sharing with you exactly what we look through when we walk through the properties and exactly what you should be talking to your realtor before listing your home. Now, some of the biggest items that we have to consider when walking through these properties are the roof, the gutters, the soffits. We look through the foundation, bathrooms, kitchen. Typically, all these properties have had deferred maintenance for quite a long period of time. And one of the biggest concerns that we have as investors is buying properties off the MLS that have been sitting 30, 60, 90, even in excess of 120 days. Now, as real estate investors, we're also problem solvers because our goal is to help homeowners get out of situations that they have nowhere else to turn. And the problem that I'm seeing are properties are just being listed at an extremely inflated price, and homeowners are losing a significant amount of money, in excess of thousands of dollars on some of these properties. So we want to share with you exactly what you need to know when you're looking to list your home. So one of the first things I'm going to talk about, if you look up, we can see the soffits up here. If you notice that there's peeling paint, the gutters are full of leaves, dirt. I'm sure there's probably some squirrels living up here, but if we walked around this property, you can see that a lot of the gutters are sagging, they haven't been maintained, and what that potentially does is cause water to backflow into the properties and cause soffit damage, which we have to replace a lot of the wood around the exterior perimeter of the home. Now, this roof does look like it has a new roof on it. Can't see the roof, but we have to make sure that the roof was installed correctly. One of the things that contractors like to do or owners like to do in the city, they'll re-roof these properties and they'll go over 2, 3, 4, even 5 layers of roofing sometimes, and roofers do not guarantee any labor warranty or material warranty by re-roofing because oftentimes the roofs will end up leaking. In the shingles that are getting installed are 30-year architectural shingles, and they're just not warranting those products. We need to make sure that those roofs were installed correctly, and a lot of times they're not. So we have to fix or repair a lot of these roofs that might have been just replaced. So we're gonna walk you around, just kind of show you some of the other damage on the property. Another thing to look at, we'll just walk down the driveway. You know, a lot of the times in these city homes, the windows are boarded up, as you can see right here. So what we'll do is we will replace all these windows with glass block windows. Reason being, people like to kick these windows in and break in and steal our tools. So that's one way to protect the people living in the home and also protect the property while we're working on them. So if you guys look up at the gutter right here, you can see this is just basically deferred maintenance. This can happen if you're not cleaning your gutters out. I mean, I clean gutters at my house personally at least 2 to 3 times a year. We try to get our properties on an annual routine cleaning because, you know, we want to make sure, number one, that we don't have any water in the basement, but we don't want the water to back up into the property and cause any additional damage. All right, guys, we're back inside where it's warm. And again, I just kind of want to reiterate the importance of why we're doing this video. Now, we just purchased 3 properties that sat on the market, you know, some in excess of 8 months. And we just want to educate anyone looking to sell their property, just to educate themselves on their options, maybe possibly selling their home with a cash buyer, or just basically breaking down the process when you list your house with a realtor. Now, listing your property with a realtor can take up to 6 to 7 months for that deal to close. On top of that, once the buyer gets their inspection, they can come back to the seller and say, hey, look, at this property has a number of ticket items that we're worried about. We want to get a contractor in here to price these out. And either that will kill that deal, or they're going to look to negotiate and discount the price on the property. In a lot of cases, the sellers that are motivated don't have any money to do any repairs on those properties. And unfortunately, a lot of those deals can die. So what you want to look for on some of these homes, if you are interested in selling, is just do your own research, guys. You can reach out to me. I can provide you links for the city for you to do your own research on recent sales in the location of your home. You're going to want to interview not only one realtor, but a number of realtors to really get the full picture on what the value of your home is. Now, nothing against realtors, you guys, but they are making commission based on the price that that home sells for. So inherently, they're going to want to list that property for as high as they can to get the maximum amount of commission on that property. Now again, I'm gonna be hated on by all you realtors out there, but some of my friends are realtors, but what I'm seeing happening is properties are getting listed at way too high of a price. Homeowners are losing money, and they should be educated on the cost of what it would take to get that property to the certain value that that realtor is trying to sell that home for. So that's what we're doing today, guys. We're walking the property to give you an idea of what it costs for us to rehab these properties and what you should be looking for when you consider selling your home. So we're just gonna do a quick walk around. We're gonna take you into the kitchen and just break down some of the numbers for you. So welcome to our beautiful kitchen. Grease stains and all. Now this kitchen is a complete gut job. I mean, we have to completely renovate this kitchen, gut this down to the studs. The layout isn't very appealing. There isn't very good use of the space. So typically a rehab on a kitchen for us is gonna cost around $5,000 to $7,000, and that would include the flooring. We replace the flooring in the whole house, whether if it's rotted or damaged. Those are things we have to look into. Hardwood floors always get refinished. Windows are a big ticket item as well. This is a high lead area over the 19th ward, so either we need to repair those windows, get them functioning so they can pass the C of O. In most cases, we have to just replace the windows. So that can cost us anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 just to replace the windows alone. So come on, let's go. I mean, these are things that, you know, we really look into. If you look inside the windows, I know it's kind of hard to see in there, but if there's any peeling or chipping paint on the inside of this windows, that's gonna get nicked on an inspection. So typically the inspectors want us to do lead inspections on these properties. When you paint the inside of these, they don't function properly, so it just makes sense to just replace all the windows instead of dealing with that, because there is added maintenance costs if you do paint the windows. Another big ticket item we have here is the bathroom. I mean, this bathroom is a complete gut job as well. You know, we'd be taking this down to the studs, replacing the floor, toilet, tile tubs around. We always install exhaust vents in the bathroom to prevent any moisture damage. This place is kind of a disaster. You know, this is, again, unusable space. None of this was framed properly. The windows really do need to come out and be replaced as well. This property, again, this house was listed, I believe, over $80,000. I think it was $89,000 this property was listed for. It's from listing date to closing date, it took over 8 months. Now just imagine the holding costs as a homeowner on 8 months of holding that property. You're paying your taxes, you're paying your utilities. And if you have been following my videos, I'm gonna put the link below to a previous video we did, but we ran the numbers on a property, and just to take note of all your expenses while you're holding that property when you do, or if you choose to list your home with a realtor. So I can also put that in the description below of all the costs associated, or all your holding costs associated working with a realtor. I mean, we close these properties in 2 months at most, so we can cut that time in a third of what it would take you to list that property with a realtor.